in our minds, it's who's generating the data, and that's who we list as the owner. Then there's a custodian, and that can be a SaaS vendor, it can be IT, it can be the agency itself.
So the question I have is, how do you identify these data owners and how do you make it stick? Because to your point, that is the person that if you're going to buy a brand new system and you're going to use that data in that system, you've got to be talking to that person because they own that data. They need to own that data. Let's put it that way. That's my thinking. So I'd love to hear what the audience has to say about data owners and how do you find them?
Our policy here to get the exact quote, and I have shared all of my policies with NOREX. They should have them, and anyone on the call that would like, I mean, happy to share. But so we list the county agency management as the data owner, and this is for government, it's the mayor, executive branch department directors, elected officials, county council. So in our minds, it's who's generating the data, and that's who we list as the owner. Then there's a custodian, and that can be a SaaS vendor, it can be IT, it can be the agency itself. And then, like I say, this coordinator who's the middleman between the owner and the IT kind of types. That's where we've gone. I thought we had a definition of a data owner, but we actually don't. It's the data, the agency manager is the data owner.
We've taken a slightly different approach. What we've noticed is that not only within data, but in other areas of technology, we're moving towards domains. Domain-driven design for those who come from a software development background. What we're starting to realize is that our data has domains as well, and those domains are often represented by the organizational structure as well. Although that's not always the case, that generally is where we start seeing problems. So we're having the data ownership revolved around those domains, and when it works well, there's a business unit that we can assign that to. Like, so within insurance, we have claims and policy. So it's pretty obvious who owns claims and who owns policy.
I like this question. In my opinion, the organization really owns the data and everybody else just has a responsibility to manage it properly. But we do have data owners defined, but typically, and we're very domain oriented as well. We've assigned people as data owners, and really they're involved with any kind of decisions on changes about how we create, capture, store, or use or share the data in different ways. And that's when they would be engaged in those types of decisions.
So for us, the consumers of the data internally, all of our product teams or our different domain teams would be the data owners. And when we think about governance, when we think about system architecture, when we think about integration flows, et cetera, we think about how is the experience going to impact those people. Like I have a saying that I use all the time, but like time to insight. And so time to insight is me as an individual, from the time that I feel like I need some data to how long it takes me to get that data, use that data, and be able to make some type of an impact with that data, right? And so data owners would be the people who would be consuming data, at least from our point of view. Not saying that that's the right way or the wrong way, but with that in mind, that's how we really think about how we architect and design our systems and applications and the security models around them when it comes to compliance or access, et cetera.